Okay, lifts rock. Really grateful that I had that done. So I'll kind of walk you through what it is, because I realize as I'm saying that not everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. So basically, implant, they do a little incision right here. It depends on what you do, but there's different ways to do it. But for me, the implant is just like a tiny little incision right here, and they shove this in. The lift, there's different types of lifts they can do, and it's just based on what they're working with. For me, I have an anchor. I got an anchor lift. So my scar, I'm just gonna use this because it makes a little more sense. So actually, no, that doesn't. Okay, my scar, hang on. I have to take a breath sometimes so you guys know how I get. Okay. My scar, both times that I got a lift, I got the same type. So they just went over the old scar. Basically, a lift is when your skin, like, is for sagginess and, like, extra tissue that you just want to get rid of and to, like, re-perk them up. Implant is for, like, size and fullness. Lift is for, like, relocating your relocating that, basically, moving them up. So my scar is here. They go under, up, and around, and they pull it up. So they kind of get out, like, they cut out like big triangles of skin. I wish I could show you guys the photo, because I have this one picture of just two big old hunks of skin on a tray, and it's really gross, but it's cool to see. Oh my gosh, I told you guys that my surgeon for my explant took photos of the whole process. Wish I could show you guys. It was crazy. I've never seen inside of my body like that, but all of the innards splayed out. Anyway, so the lift, anchor, it's just picture an anchor, scar from here to here, up and around, and they just like pull the nip up. And yeah, my scars heal like pretty well. I'm still only 4 months out, but like the first time they were like completely just like matched to the color of my skin tone once they had healed. And I just like don't really care that much about like a scar there. Who's gonna see it? But like, you know, if I could go back and do it all over again from the start, I would have just gotten a lift. I would have skipped the implant completely. So I've had 2 lifts now. The first lift, they were kind of like, I don't need them to be exactly perfect, but like, I feel like they were still kind of like low. And I was like, I'm already going under. You may as well pull those suckers back up. So I literally, like, as I'm about to go into the OR, I would literally like pulled up a picture. I went to like a surgeon's website and scrolled through like their before and afters and found a picture of someone's before photo that I liked the placement of their nipple. I liked the placement of it. So I literally showed it to him, and my doctor was literally like doing this, like looking at my phone and drawing exactly where he was going to put it. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, yep, right there. So hang on, let me find them. They're like right here. I don't know. They're great. And sensitivity wise, like they tell you before you go in for a lift, they tell you like the odds that you can breastfeed, like we can't guarantee it. So we just like to tell people like you probably won't. Some people can, some people can't. But like because they're cutting around the whole areola, like, and like making it smaller if you want to, you can also change the size of it. Mine weren't like very, very big, but they made them a little bit smaller. Because they're doing all that, they're like, we don't want to tell you that you're going to be able to breastfeed again. So they just make sure you're okay with the concept that you might not be able to. But both of my nurses were like, either they had or like their sister had gotten a lift and like still could breastfeed after. So I think it's just, we'll see what happens. And then sensitivity wise, this one doesn't work. This one does. But they tell you that. They tell you like, it's going to mess with that. They don't know what they're hitting, like nerves and stuff. So like, it's just, you see what happens. So yeah, she's out of commission and that's just fine. She's good. So all's well. Love a lift. So happy I got a lift. I don't mind the scars at all. I think they're great. Skip the implant. Just go for the lift. You'll be glad you did. Or don't lift them. Swing low, sweet chariot. That's what Creed said anyway. You don't have to do it. I'm just saying if you're debating like between the two, because I know I've gotten people comment and say like, I'm debating between a lift and an implant. I would just go with a lift. It just rocks. I need to stop filming for a little bit so I can just like get some good breaths in. I don't know why I can't like breathe and film and talk at the same time, but hopefully I answered enough and it made sense while I was doing that. But let me know if there's more. Happy to talk about any part of getting them out, getting them in, whatever.